Christian Warwick knew 3 things for certain. 1. Never buy food from a vendor who won't tell you what it is. 2. Always count your credits before making a deal. 3. Never, under any circumstances, get involved in an intergalactic trade negotiation without a damn translator. And yet, here he was, standing in the middle of the open marketplace, holding a chain connected to a very enthusiastic blue-skinned woman, while a group of alien merchants cheered and patted him on the back like he'd just won a prize. Congratulations, human. You are now a proud mate owner. Christian blinked. I'm a what now? The woman, a stunning humanoid with electric blue skin, silver tattoos along her arms, and golden eyes, clasped her hands together and beamed at him. Oh, finally. I was beginning to think no one would choose me. Her voice was rich, accented, and most alarmingly filled with unrestrained joy. Christian looked down at the heavy metal cuff on her wrist, which was attached to the chain he was holding. A slow, terrible realization crept up his spine. He turned to the vendor, a squat, four-eyed alien with a toothy grin. Wait. I thought I was buying supplies. I just handed over 300 credits for a premium love slave, the vendor announced proudly. Christian choked. Excuse me? The crowd clapped again. Nearby, a furry alien whistled in admiration. The woman, Vira, according to the information blinking on the datapad shoved into his hands, sighed in delight. And such a bargain. I am worth at least twice that amount. Christian rubbed his face. This had to be a dream. A bad one. Maybe he'd finally eaten something too toxic for his human stomach and was hallucinating while his intestines liquefied. Okay, no, he said, turning back to the vendor. There's been a mistake. I don't buy people. I don't need a, he gestured wildly at Vira, who tilted her head as if waiting for him to say something more flattering, a love slave. The vendor's grin faltered. Oh. A refund, then? Yes. Absolutely. Please take her back. There was a sharp, collective gasp. Vira's delighted expression immediately dropped into something far more alarming, heartbreak. She placed a hand over her chest. You wish to return me? Christian shifted uncomfortably. It's not you, it is because I am undesirable. That was the moment the entire market turned against him. The whispers started instantly. Nearby merchants shot him dirty looks. A reptilian shopkeeper hissed in disgust. One elderly alien woman actually spat on the ground near his boots. Oh, for crying out, I didn't mean it like that. Christian groaned. The vendor shook his head. This is a great dishonor, human. To reject a love slave after purchase is an insult to her, her house, and the sacred laws of companionship. Christian stared at him. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The vendor crossed his arms. Then do as you will, but know that if you set her free, without proper dismissal rights, she will be unclaimed, vulnerable. Any scavenger or slaver can take her. He clicked his tongue. Would be a shame. She is a rare beauty. Christian exhaled through his nose. His gut twisted. Vira was still watching him, her eyes huge. Hopeful. Goddamit. Christian swore under his breath. And dragged a hand through his hair. Fine, he muttered. I'll figure something out. Vira gasped. You will keep me. No, he groaned again. Just, temporarily. Her grin returned, blindingly bright. I knew you were the one. Christian muttered another curse as Vira happily took his arm, the heavy chain rattling between them. This was not how today was supposed to go. Christian had a Vira problem. That problem was currently sitting in his co-pilot's seat, legs crossed, golden eyes watching him with unwavering interest. So, she purred. Where shall we begin our mating ritual? Christian choked on his coffee. What? Vira blinked, tilting her head. Is that not what comes next? We are bonded. Mating is traditional after purchase. We are not mating. Vira let out a sigh, resting her chin on her palm. You humans are so slow. But very well. I shall be patient. You will see soon enough I am the perfect mate. Christian clenched his jaw and forced himself to focus on piloting. He was getting rid of this situation as soon as possible. The station's magistrate should have some kind of loophole, a way to undo the purchase without causing intergalactic drama. I need to make a stop, he said, guiding the ship toward the central hub of Orbis 9. A neutral space station with decent bureaucrats. We're getting this situation sorted. Vira perked up. Oh, a celebratory outing? He exhaled. Sure. Let's call it that. 30 minutes later Christian sat stiffly in front of the station's magistrate, an aging, three-eyed alien who had listened to his very reasonable argument with the same expression one might give a particularly stupid child. So let me get this straight, the magistrate said, adjusting his glasses. You, a human, went to an alien market, handed over your credits, signed the contract, and only afterward realized you had purchased a love slave? Christian pinched the bridge of his nose. Yes. Vira, seated beside him, hummed happily. It was fate. The magistrate ignored her. And now you wish to annul the contract? Yes. Christian said, relieved. Exactly. The magistrate leaned back. You can't. Christian's relief died a quick, horrible death. I what? Vira, in contrast, clapped her hands. Oh, how delightful. The magistrate tapped on his terminal. The only way to dissolve a bond is if the purchased party willingly renounces it. Christian turned slowly to Vira. She smiled. He sighed. Vira. She beamed. Yes, my mate. You could, hypothetically, end this whole mess right now. I could, she agreed. He gave her his most serious, most exhausted look. So will you? She blinked innocently. No. Christian groaned and dropped his head onto the desk. An hour later, back at the docking bay, Christian stormed toward his ship, muttering every curse word he knew. Vira skipped beside him, delighted. Well, that was fun, she said cheerfully. That was not fun. You really must work on your perspective. Christian shot her a look. Vira. You're trapped in a contract with a guy who doesn't want to own you. She gasped. That is incorrect. You do not own me, Christian. We are simply. She tapped her chin. Considering. Bound by sacred law. Same thing. She shook her head. No, no. It is different. I am yours, but only because I wish to be. Christian paused. So, if I ordered you to leave? Vira crossed her arms. I would stay because I am not actually required to obey. That is why our bond is so strong. He opened his mouth, closed it, groaned. Then, oi, human. Christian turned just in time to see a group of heavily armed aliens blocking the docking ramp to his ship. The leader, a scarred reptilian with jagged teeth, sneered at him. That's a mighty fine prize you got there, the alien hissed. Eyes raking over Vira. But you got her at a discount. We're willing to pay a real price. Christian's gut twisted. Not for sale. Vira's expression darkened. I do not like this. The leader chuckled. Oh. It's not up to you, little thing. Christian knew that look. These weren't just some drunk gamblers looking to haggle, these were traffickers. And they'd already decided Vira was theirs. Christian didn't stop to think. He just moved. The first punch sent the lead alien stumbling, but the others rushed forward. Christian ducked. A swing, grabbed a metal pipe from the ground, and cracked it against another attacker's knee. Vira, to his surprise, spun into action, taking down two of them with lightning-fast strikes. His brain barely had time to register the fact that his new love slave was apparently a trained fighter before they were both running up the ship's ramp, locking the doors behind them. Christian hit the thrusters, the engines roaring to life. Outside, the aliens cursed and fired at them, but he was already lifting off. By the time they hit open space, Vira was grinning. That was exhilarating, she said. You fought well. Christian threw her a look. You weren't too bad yourself. What the hell was that? She shrugged. Oh, my people are trained to defend our mates. He gave her a long, slow blink. You're telling me you could have kicked my ass this entire time? Vira winked. I am choosing to be patient with you. Christian groaned. This is my life now, isn't it? Vira looped an arm through his. Indeed. And I must say, you are growing on me. Christian exhaled. This woman was going to be the death of him. Christian had a lot of regrets.